Yo, what's happening? It's Benjamin D'Souza here, aka Apex at the Apex 3900 show. Bizak with another Clizac, and what I would like to speak about today are one in particular aspects that tends to trip brothers up here in the military, and by extension, trips us up in the real life. And what that is the side dude culture. The side dude culture is very pervasive throughout the black community, and it is an extension of the finesse culture. Now, the finesse culture has various branches on it. I will be at a later date breaking down the branches of the finesse culture tree, but the side dude branch of said tree is a very insidious branch, and it really puts brothers behind the eight ball, and it gratifies us in a momentary, how you say, I don't want to say inconsequential, but for the most part, the return on the investment of being a side nigga is infinitesimal. It really is. What do I mean by that? What you are going to receive in return for being a side dude and putting your personal reputation and your reputation of said demographic that you are a part of is not worth that 20 minutes to 30 minutes of sex and that 3 to 5 seconds of ejaculation. Is not worth it, bruh. It's not worth it. Think of it like this, because I said this many years ago. I must have said this probably about 5 years ago. And shout out to Hardcore Tito, because I was just recently listening to a live stream that he put up, and shalom to that brother, and he said something, that was very that resonated with me. He came to the space and he was around, around the same time that I was around, with Big B Kale and Nigel the comic and all that, and who else? Thug Titian, and a Sad Black Woman, you know, with all that. I was around during that time. That was like at the tail end. Really, I was around before that. I was really around in Manosphere 1.0 with Heavenly Truth. With Heavenly Truth, the UK brother. I don't know if he's still here on YouTube or whatever. But Heavenly Truth, Thug Titian, SWP, Styles. Shout out to Stylistics and all them. I was really around in the 1.0 era, but I was not active in the chat. I was not active in the comment section. I was just in the clouds. But at the end of the 1.0 era, with the Big B kills and all that, and the emergence of it more, that's when I started becoming, active in the chats and all that, in the comment section and all that. But anyway, I digress. Hardcore Tito said something that, he really threw his hat in the ring as far as making his content is concerned, because he was going through a tumultuous time in his life. And about really 6 years ago, when I really started making content back in 2016, I was really going through a tumultuous time in my life, and it was at, you know, the nexus point, the 0 point of that drama was a woman, and I came to realize that I needed to run my life like a Fortune 500 company. It really dawned on me then, and I made various posts and statuses on various social media platforms stating and declaring that from here on out, I am going to run my life like a Fortune 500 company, you know? And what this side dude culture does is very, how you say, I don't want to say deleterious or, hold on, what's the word I'm looking for? Counterproductive. It is very counterproductive. If you were to, as a Fortune 500 company, if you were to implement a business strategy similar to a side dude approach, it would be very counterproductive to your bottom line. I'll get to that later. The reason being is the overall cultural, and when I mean cultural, I just don't mean finesse culture. I just don't, which is a subculture of black culture, and also finesse culture has permeated, all ethnicities and whatnot. But I'm just talking about from the black experience. Finesse culture is just a subculture of black culture, but finesse culture really tarnishes the black man's image, and it carries over into other aspects of black society. You know, like take for instance, I'm in the army, right? Most of y'all know that I've been in since August of 2020, right? Been doing my thing. Hey, we want all the smoke, you feel me? But the military men have a bad reputation of being upstanding men as far as the dating market is concerned. Military men of all stripe have a bad rap. In particular, more specific, black men in the military and amongst other military personnel have a atrocious reputation. Everybody knows that if you have a wife, whether your wife is Asian, Latino, white, black, whatever she is, you better not leave her around your black battle buddy, because especially, well, really it doesn't matter if said black battle buddy is married or single. The word is on the street that he gonna try to stick some dick up in her. If I can just be crass real quick, we as black men, we have a atrocious reputation in the military for sleeping with other soldiers' wives. We are willing to be side dudes. Matter of fact, a lot of us search out these juvenile, arrangements to avoid the heavy lifting of a husband wife dynamic. Now, I'm not necessarily advocating and trying to herd brothers into a state sanctioned marriage. You do that, if that's the route you want to go ahead and go. But I mean, as far as if there's another man next to you that has a girlfriend, she's off limits, bruh. She's off limits. And with our reputation, I wear that jacket. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not on that shit, I don't want those problems. Look, chick, how I'm thinking, because I've been to various how you say company functions where it's fun, mandatory fun day. You bring your family, you bring your wives, you bring your kids, you bring your girlfriends, and we're gonna have a barbecue at the company, or we're gonna have a luau here, or we're gonna have a fun day where we are fair, where we just come, bring the grills out, play tug of war, play kickball, play softball. You bring your family and shit. And even though I'm of the mind of, look, chick, if you're married to this man and you have one or two of his kids, there's nothing I can do with you. There, you have no room in my corporation. There's literally nothing I can do with you. You don't bring no value to me. But she's looking at me as if she can slide with me. You know what I mean? She's not gonna give that eye to that white man, or to that other Latino man, or to that Asian man, because that Asian man, he's already on code. All those other men are on code for the most part. Now you do got some Chads and some Jose's and some. I need to come up with an Asian name, but insert a Tyrone Asian name here, right? There are some that are out there that are on that bullshit, but for the most part, they are on code as far as manhood is concerned, as far as family structure is concerned. And I believe a lot of brothers are getting mixed signals. Like when these other women who so happen to be married are giving them the eye, or giving them quote unquote choosing signals, they're not necessarily giving you choosing signals because you're so sexy or your swag is just dripping. No, they're giving you these choosing signals because they know that culturally you are culturally you are a side dude, right? So they know if they're gonna creep on their husband, they know that they can creep with you. You might not even be the most jawline nigga. Her husband may be more jawline than you. Her husband may make more money than you. Her husband may have more swag than you. But she knows that if she wants to get a side dude, she knows that you're the best side dude because culturally, your culture, quote unquote, or your subculture of side dude is more in line than where she's trying to go. And brothers like to bask in that shit. This, oh, I fucked your bitch, or I can fuck your bitch. But they don't realize is that when you do that, when you engage as a side dude, you're giving an out for another woman. You're actually breaking ranks with men, and you're giving an out for a woman to how you say neglect and challenge the authority of her man. And when you open up that box, when you open up Pandora's box, that's a sword that cuts both ways. That's a door that swings both ways. Because when you feed into the problem, you must understand that when you're ready to go ahead and put your jerseys in the rafters and hang your cleats up, that same problem may visit your doorstep. You know, if from 18 to 30, you want to spend your time being a side nigga, and then you find this chick and you get sprung and you want to go ahead and settle down, and now all of a sudden you've helped cultivate a culture of side niggaism, don't marvel when your woman wants to engage in side niggaism. You know what I'm saying? Cause you literally laid the foundation. You laid the foundation to your own destruction. You know what I mean? And as far as the military is concerned, that is one of my biggest gripes with black men, military black men, because I see this shit on the daily. And trust me, I'm not on that shit. You know what I'm saying? When I go to these functions and shit, and I come across a fellow soldier of mine, and he has a wife, and his wife is giving me the eyes, like I know I'm a handsome brother. My swag is over 9,000, all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all that in a bag of chips. I know that. But also, I'm cognizant enough to know the uniform that I'm wearing comes with a reputation. And that reputation is that of side niggaism. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta day by day try to fight this shit. You know, I gotta fight this shit. For you brothers, you young brothers is coming up that wanna do the right thing, wanna go ahead, build your family and all that, and you wanna walk confidently, and you wanna go out in the world and slay the dragon and bring back home the bacon and all, and the beef and the chicken and all that good stuff, and you ain't gotta worry about your wife at home that got your two kids stepping out on you. Hey, brothers need to tighten this shit up, man. Now I know on this channel, Apex 3900, we go hard on the ladies. I know that. Also, we go hard on the brothers because there are some chinks in our armor, man. We not perfect, and there's some areas where we need to tighten up. Also, I lay all this. I go in depth on this on a video that I did several years ago called "The Top 5 Defects of Black Men." I'm gonna see if I can pin that in the first pinned comment below, so you brothers can go back and review that. That's a 5 mic classic. It really lays out the top 5 defects of black men. The shit that's really hanging us up. But yeah, man, I just want to get on here real quick, man. Drop some thick gazzle on y'all real quick, you know. Get up on that.